I will show you a couple of things that I do when I'm reviewing my data from a Google quiz. So make sure you have clicked on responses here, and then at the top you will see an icon for sheets. So click on that. You will automatically get a sheet that looks very similar to this. So this at the top would be your questions, and then the responses. What's also included is the timestamp, so you can see when your students took this quiz. So the first thing that I do is to make sure that I have an answer key. So I will either submit a perfect score or I will find one. I highlight the row, Command C, or edit copy, and then I will insert a row above and then edit paste or Control or Command V. Now that you have your row here for your answer key, you can change the color, and then you can also freeze it. That way you can move up and down your sheet. So freeze up to current row. And then I also like to freeze my identifier for students. So I'm going to also freeze up to current column. Now I can move up and down and left and right, and I know exactly what I'm looking at. So you can use this form just to see scores. This would be the simplest way to use it, and sort them. Like you could sort them from least to greatest or greatest to least. So if I do this, I will see who got the lowest score. And notice my frozen row with my answer key will not move. Now, if you want to actually look into who got each question wrong, you can actually click on that column and add conditional formatting. So this will allow me to highlight certain answers. So I could say that for that range, it automatically fills it up for me. I want to see values where the text does not contain the correct answer. And you can choose any color. I'm going to choose red. Done. So you will see that anyone who did not answer that has been highlighted in red. So those are just two quick ways to look at this. I recommend doing this if this is a quiz you're going to be giving to your students multiple times. Otherwise, this might take you too long, and at that point, you might just want to glance at who got what correctly. Now I will show you a more advanced feature for this. Let me see if I can move this. Okay, so let's say that you want to give this quiz to your students multiple times. Like you can see here, my students have taken it multiple times, and they started taking it around December. So I actually want to be able to see what their highest score was. So I can create a pivot table for that. So make sure you have the tab with your answers highlighted with your sheet, and then you can say data pivot table, and then it has the correct sheet. So just check this is the one that I want to use. So insert to new sheet, yes. Okay, so let's see, if you click here at the top, it gives you options for what you want to show. So the basic one would have your student number. So I want to see it in rows. So I'm going to say add student number. And then I will also like to add their score and descending order. Now you will see every student with their highest score at the top.